sort of the last thing on this. You said that there's a wage gap.
Yes, I was listening to a political science lecture on the way here from a professor with a doctoral in political science, and she was stating that yes, there is still a wealth gap specifically for women of color.
Okay. Actually, I think we have some information on that. Nick, can you pull up the infographics tab? I just want to make sure I pull up the right one. Hold on. I think it's in the wage tab. You mentioned, New files. Dropbox, podcast, infographics. There's also, hold on, I'm just pulling these up on my end so I can see them. There's some interesting stats actually comparing men and women. Hold up, wait.
I think it definitely depends on the studies you look at, but there was also more evidence within my journalism class and some studies we looked at there.
Your journalism class?
Yes.
Who's probably taught by a feminist liberal woman?
It's by a man.
Feminist liberal man, same thing.
No.
Okay. Well, so okay, we have, wait, hold on, I'm just looking. Nick, can you pull up, are you in the wage tab? Okay, can you pull up the GPG 2022 controlled, uncontrolled? It's the yellow and blue one. And then the Asian women, comparing to Asian women 2.
Stochastic Decay donated $99.
Yo, what's
Hey,
up, bro?
Brain. Sorry I'm late. Long day writing a poem. Roses are red. Black Widow's brain is pint-sized.
Oh, be
She
nice,
can't make
be
an
nice.
argument without saying polarized.
This has become a gang up, and I don't
say
like
it's
it.
an argument, it's a discussion, and that's why.
Asian women too, or
Asian women 2, GDP per capita, median income, and then women out earn, and then working hours also. Those are all at the bottom. Wait, there's 2 Asian women ones.
I grabbed the
Just grab both while you're at it. Because I wanted actually, we've never really looked at any of the data. I just want to look at it. Do you got it, Nick? Can we start looking?
Yes, looks like we're good.
Okay. Just hide us, Nick, for a sec. So this was released by, I believe, PayScale. You can actually go to the PayScale website. I think it's PayScale. Uncontrolled gender pay gap. This opportunity pay gap measures median salary for all men and all women. So this isn't accounting for hours worked, type of job, not, seniority, nothing, educational achievement. If you control for every single variable, it comes down to 99 cents, a 1 cent gap.
Okay,
So that measures the median salary for men and women with the same job and qualifications. Nick, you can show us again. Are you able to pull up the other? Oh, did you have a question? Nick, did you have a question? That's from PayScale, by the way. I'm pretty sure PayScale, which is
that's
not
a
like,
median
it's not
for,
like
like-
some right-leaning organization. Hold on, let me pull
Well,
this
that's
up.
good. I would hope that's the case. From what we looked at in my journalism class, it was like the film industry and contracts signed
Nick, show us.
specifically to where men,
To the what industry?
like film industry, contracts signed,
Film industry?
like movie
Like how
producers,
men-
actors, actresses.
Oh, they make more than women?
Yes, like contracts signed and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, do you think it's unfair, for example, that female soccer players or women who are in the WNBA, do you think it's unfair that they make less than men who play soccer or men who are in the NBA?
No, because I think the audience size is different, and it's
Okay.
exactly.
Couldn't that be the same also in the entertainment industry? Like certain actors might work more,
Did you
or
want to chime in?
So I do know what you're referencing, right? Because Monique was speaking about it. It's kind of similar along the lines of what you're talking about. Anybody know who Monique
Grid
is?
One
The
Motorsports
comedian?
donated $100.
Shorter.
Wage gap. I wish I could sell pictures of my thumper online and make 5 figures a month. Enjoy life on easy mode.
you do OnlyFans. How much do you make?
No comment. We already talked
Range?
about this. No comment.
5 figures a
But
month?
I definitely do agree that like women make more money on OnlyFans than men. It's
Why? And is that evidence of sexism?
is that evidence of sexism? Shit.
Well, I'm not really asking you that.
No. Back to you. I don't know if they're asking you or me.
Well,
I think it's just
also
an
like
interest
female
level.
female models greatly out earn their male counterparts. Is that because of like sexism? Is there a matriarchy because female models out earn male models?
No.
Are male models like
Well,
oppressed
I mean,
and
men do
discriminated?
take in porn more than women. Actually, I honestly I don't know that because
Yeah.
a lot of women watch porn, a lot of men watch porn. But I know for a fact, as a creator myself, like women do make more money
Yes,
than
they
men.
do.
But that's in the sex working industry.
Although it does sound like you said that, well, for male soccer players, female soccer players, you don't object to them making different amounts. Is that correct?
No, it's appealing to the audience and the audience
Okay, that's fair.
participation. So that's
I
like the
appreciate
industry that she's in. It's like the male audience is the one.
Yes.
Right.
I agree.
Nick, let's just since we have them pulled up, let's blast through. You mentioned women of color. Actually, Asian women are out earning white men. That's the median weekly earnings of full-time workers, white men versus Asian. Next one, Nick.
I think are you talking about
Scroll, make it bigger.
specifically like black women, or just women of color as a
Oh,
whole?
I thought Asian women were also women of
Well,
color.
no,
I
no.
didn't-
I'm just asking to clarify, like what
Well, that
when
was
you
from
say
the,
women of color.
that was from the
Also
political
this
science.
next.
Um,
Was there another Asian women one? Scroll. Median weekly earnings for full Asian women versus white men. This is the okay. All right. Next. What's the next one we got? Real GDP per capita and median male income. So this is comparing the. Is this like the real GDP per capita and median male income? So wait. Real GDP per capita, median male income, I see. And then comparing it to men versus women. So men are kind of disadvantaged there. There hasn't been as similar growth. Next. Scroll up, Nick. Weighted average of working hours per week, single men and women without kids. So men work more hours than women. Next. And then this is from Pew Research Center. Can you put us on the other side, Nick? Young women earn at least as much as young men in 22 make us smaller. Young women earn at least as much as young men in 22 U.S. metros. So,
I can't make it smaller.
then I don't know. Is the other one smaller?
The one on the left side is smaller.
We don't have one of those on the right side.
No, we don't.
Oh, do we just have the corner? Show me the corner. I guess that's fine. Median annual earnings of U.S. women as a percent of men's median among full-time year-round workers younger than 30. Can you hide us for a sec? I want to read that thing on the bottom. Estimates refer to full-time year-round workers aged 16 to 29 who reported positive wage and salary income in the prior 12 months. Actually, there was a woman who recently won Nick, if you can Google the Nobel Peace Prize. Or sorry, not the Nobel Peace Prize. It was a Nobel Economics Prize. A woman debunked the wage gap and said it comes down to women's choice to have a family. Was there another one, Nick? Or I think, whatever. We don't need to pull it up. So my question to you is, you mentioned that you want a guy to be a provider, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, let's assume that I'm wrong on the wage gap thing, that there's genuinely a wage gap, that it's 80 cents to the dollar for men. Let's just assume it's true, right? Could we explain away the gap because there are women like you who want traditional treatment from men, and that there's a market pressure, there's a dating pressure that exists on men that does not exist on women, for men to be providers and to make money, because women have put a pressure on men to financially succeed, whereas there is no dating pressure, mating pressure on women
Top donated
to make money.
$99. Oksana, do you have more women like Jana?
Yes, many more.
So to get back to my question though, could the wage gap, assuming it's real, be explained away by the fact that women put a pressure on men to be providers, and that burden does not exist on women, ergo, because of the mating pressure on men to provide and to make money and to pay for first dates and to get you gifts and do all these things, that explains why there's a wage gap. Because men are more motivated to make more money, because if they don't, they're not gonna get a second date with you. They're not gonna get a first date with you.
When it comes to that, I would still say women should be making equal pay if they're in the workforce.
But okay, how can you, I don't think that the two positions can coexist. You cannot say, I want men to be a provider, but also I want to make the exact, because if every single woman makes the exact same amount as a guy, how can you expect a guy to be a provider?
Well, the woman can also, save up and do other things with the money to invest in the relationship. There's many utilizations
That seems a
to
little
money.
bit sexist, like against the guy. If the woman gets to save all the money if they're making the same, and he's paying for everything for her and she's saving it, or would she be paying for things for him as well? Because then that would make it equal,
for
right?
him as well, and for the
so
family.
then he wouldn't have to pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So then he wouldn't be providing for you in the way that you're saying, because you would be paying for things for him.
Yes, I would say it's a mutually beneficial, but sole provider, he's the main provider for the family and for me.
I don't think the demand for, and we have equal pay, but this demand of because there's been news article. Nick, can you actually Google women not finding economically attractive partners? So if we elevate the amount of money that women are making, if women are, and I think it's great if women are participating in the workforce, however, women need to start considering 50-50 if y'all want to be being paid equally. You can't have, I want perfect equality in society, but I want inequality in my romantic life.
That's what I'm saying. People just have their personal preferences, and that's
No, but
perfectly
it doesn't.
fine.
You cannot demand that. It just economically, I don't think it's not feasible. If every woman has your standard of, I want a guy to be a provider, and I would argue a lot of women do, perhaps the majority of women want a male to be a provider, coincidingly, there cannot also be, which by the way we have, which is I think why there's one of the reasons for the breaking up of male-female relationships. I don't think both of these things can really coincide. You cannot demand tradition in your romantic life of a man being a provider, but then also across the board expect equality financially and economically.